Hi, and welcome to Conan Exiles, Age of Calamitous. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to get Soul Magic. Now, Soul Magic is a high level type of magic, so there will be a lot of late game spoilers in this guide. So, if that's not for you, please look away now. I will give you time later. But if you think this guide will be of use to you, sit back, enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video so that we can share it to those who want to learn the Soul Magic Guide. Now, before we begin, let's clarify the naming convention of the magic in the Age of Calamitous. So let's make this very clear. The very first magic that you got when you learned the magic for the very first time, that's the basic magic. Without Ascension yet, your magic weapon level is level 1. So it's gonna say 1. Now, the moment that you ascended for the very first time using the volume 1 of whatever tome you're using, depending on the magic, that will make your magic level as 2. You use the volume 2 when you're level 40, that will make your magic weapon level 3, and so on. So if you use the volume 3 when you're level 80, that will make your magic weapon level 4. And when you're finally 120 in level, you can already ascend using volume 4, and that will make your magic weapon level 5. So it is important when we do guides like this. Are we referring to the number of Ascension, or are we referring to the current magic that you already have? Now that we got that out of the way, let's get to it. In order for you to learn and craft the soul magic weapon, you need to embark on different type of quests and missions. So in this guide, this will be a summarized version on what you need to do. It's like pointing the right direction on what you need to do. This is not going to be a thorough walkthrough or playthrough on how to defeat the bosses and the mobs. I just want to make that very clear. So the very first thing is you need to be a blood magic user, non-negotiable. So regardless on what faction you belong, it's okay as long as you're a blood magic user. And you can start the quests and missions when you're already level 80. So you're already able to do the Ascension number 3. Alright, so using the volume 3 tome of blood magic, you can already ascend the 3rd time. So let me show you. Okay, so I'm currently in the unnamed city where you're going to learn and also where you're going to level up your blood magic. Now, if you want to know the complete guide from basic magic and all its ascensions and where to find the volumes, you can check that link in the description below because I have an ultimate and full guide for blood magic. You can also click on the pop-up notification on this video. All right, so as of the moment, I have the Tome of Blood Magic, so this will enable you to learn the basic magic. I'm gonna attune myself, there you go, for the very first time. And there, Blood Magic. Now, if you are going to check your feats, go to Weapons, you have Blood Magic, like the basic one. You click on it, and look, it says blood magic, and that's level 1. And this is where the confusion usually lies. This is Ascension 0. The blood magic name is blood magic, basically level 1. Now, I brought the Tome of Demonic Ascension volume 1, 2, and 3, and I also have enough number of power gems. So these are the amount of power gems that you will need. And then I'm also, just to show you, level 80. There we go. So the first level will be, the first ascension, I mean, will be level 25. Second ascension will be level 40. And then the third ascension will be level 80. So we're going to do that right now. So as of the moment, if you, going back to feats, you can already create your first and the basic form of the altar for the blood magic, because blood magic has a secondary altar. It's like an upgraded altar called the altar of the Harbinger, and that needs a specific type of item in order for you to craft it and craft more awesome items in it. I will show you that later on as well. All right, so just the basic altar, the shattered crystal as of the moment. We're ascending. First ascension. Here we go. Awesome. Now let's go back to our feats. Weapons. This is the first ascension. Look at that. Ascension of Lust 1. But your magic is called Blood Magic level 2. That will also level up the Shadow Fire that you're using, the basic spell. Let's continue. So now we have consumed the 25. Let's go with volume 2. There you go. Checking the feats again. Weapons. This is your second ascension, which will give you the level 3 type of magic weapon. Also, the basic spell is now level 3. Ascension 2, but the magic level of your weapon is level 3. No upgrades yet. Now, when you reach level 80, just like my level as of the moment, you interact. Go to your feats. And then you go to weapons. And here's your Ascension number 3. That's volume 3 of your Ascension. This will give you the level 4 of your magic weapon. There you go. And what goes with it is the ability to craft the Shrine of the Harbinger, the one that I mentioned earlier. However, this will require a specific item, which will be a little challenging to actually get with your level, of course. And also, you will get to craft this one, Essence of Vision, and you can craft this thing only here in the Shrine of the Harbinger. So that's why, in order for you to do this, you need to be a blood magic user. Non-negotiable, as I've mentioned earlier. Alright, so we're back home, and we're going to check the materials that we need in order for us to craft the Shrine of the Harbinger right here. So you go to your inventory, you go crafting, and then you can see it here. This will show up once you have already, again, ascended the 3rd time. So, using the Ascension Volume 3. Alright, let's see. So you have the Tome, you have Onyx, and this one right here. This is the most difficult one to get. Especially if you decide to do this when you're still level 80. The others are craftable and easy to farm, but the Skull of the Harbinger can only be looted from a boss, and that will be from Harbinger himself. Not the Harbinger in the Underworld, okay? I repeat, not the Harbinger in the Underworld. That's the real Wraith, the Harbinger of Souls. We're just fighting a duplicate-like essence of him, and he is right here in between H and I1. Right here. So this is where you need to go in order for you to get the Skull of the Harbinger. Alright, so we're gonna go now. I'm just gonna be in Cloak and God mode so that I can just show you. It's up to you, and have fun with your friends and how you're gonna fight through the mobs and also the mini bosses. But we're just gonna go there and get the skull right away. Alright, so we're already here. Here I am. And I made sure that they're already marked so that it's easy for you guys to have a reference. So you will be in front of Ruins of Alaran, and then if you walk straight down to H1 and I1, in the middle you will find the Temple of the Harbinger. That's where we're going to go, and we can find the Harbinger that we need to kill in there. Alright, then again, I am in Cloak and also in God mode. So they are not going to attack me. Alright, so we're about to enter the actual Harbinger location. And if you are doing this, finally, make sure that you get the mission from, or the quest from Grandmaster Farengar, so that you don't have to do it the second time. He will give you something unrelated quest to what we're doing, but he will give you something very important, and it's part of a major content for the Age of Calamitous. All right. So that's the Harbinger that we need to kill, not the one in the underworld, and he is heavily guarded. So we have Zainaris and servants of Zainaris as well at the back. There are two of them. But in order for us to get here, we have to fight a lot of servants of Wraith and also the servants of Zainaris. And I think there are also three Kildoras, and when they die, they produce Ilarican Plague. So be careful. Alright, now just a heads up. In order for you to do this mission successfully, if ever you got the mission from Grandmaster Farengar, you cannot use Control Shift Delete admin. It will not count. But I'm doing it now just because we want to get the head. There we go. That will not count for the quest. Alright, just remember that. We are just after this one. So I'm just showing it to you that this is the guy that we need to kill in order for us to get that. Alright, now we're going back home. Here you go. Alright, we don't need that anymore. And then, here, we already got the Skull of the Harbinger, and then you just have to loot, farm, or craft the other materials. Now, the reason why you need to build this is this. This is what you need to craft right here. The Essence of Vision. Alright? And this can only be crafted in the Shrine of the Harbinger. It cannot be crafted anywhere else. Now, I will show you what it does. And this is connected to getting the Soul Magic. So it's very cheap. 1 Arcane Essence and 1 Ruby. Craft that. Press play. And then, this has a timer. Okay, it will expire. It's going to just disappear after 3 minutes. So you have to use it right away, or you can put it in a refrigerator or an icebox. It will stop the timer. So let's use it. There we go. Don't be alarmed. The moment that you are teleported here, don't be alarmed because these are non-aggros. Alright, let me show you. Let me turn off my cloak. Here we go. There we go. They're non-aggro. They're just decorations. Alright, so just to make it clear. The one that you're after is this one right here. Wraith. This is the actual Wraith. The Harbinger of Souls. This is his actual body. But he is not also aggro here. There we go. So, he's just an NPC that gives quests. And here are the quests that he actually gives. He has daily quests. Alright. Make him talk first. There we go. Alright. Now, I made a separate video on how to get souls for those who are, you know, how do I get souls and what can I craft from them. I have a separate video for that. You can check that link in the description below, or just click on that, you know, letter I pop-up notification on this video. Now, we're not after the dailies here. We're not after, you know, the souls. We're after this specific quest. See that? It says Soul Magic. This one, if you can accomplish, will give you the ability to craft and use the Soul Magic, the one that you saw in the intro for this video. Now, the tricky thing is that this will require you to be level 120. and you have already ascended the fourth time. I will explain that later on, why it needs to be 120 and why you need to be ascended the fourth time. I will try to receive the quest, and it says requires 120. All right. Then why are we here? Now, the reason why we're here is that we need to know what we actually need to collect in order for us to do this once we hit 120. Now, we can see the details of the quest itself. It says, Wraith has ordered you to go to the Forsaken Mountain and deal with the various challenges. Now, the Forsaken Mountain is the late game dungeon for the Age of Calamitous. It has been the late game dungeon, even before the December 8 update. They just added the Underworld after the December 8 update, and it's also considered as a late game dungeon, but the dungeon that's still considered as the last dungeon is the Forsaken Mountain. Now, in order for you to go to the Forsaken Mountain, you have to collect 6 relics. All right, let me show you. So in this case, we have to go back to the faction hall. We go to AOC features, admin panel, and then we just directly teleport to the faction hall. So those are some admin functionalities that you can use. And we need to go and get quests from an NPC. Here we go. So it's Grandmaster Ferengor Qantas again. And check this out.
Good, you're here. The time has come.
These are the 6 relics that you have to collect in order to enter the Forsaken Mountain dungeon. Right? And it has instructions on where you need to go. Now, you can start doing these things starting from level 80. So that's the reason why, even though the Soul Magic quest can only be started or accomplished when you're 120 in level, but doing these things, trust me, doing these things, killing the raid bosses of AOC just to get the relics from them, it's going to take time and resources, and while you're doing that, you're slowly leveling up as well. Now, you can always do this quest when you're already 120 or when you're already level 200 or 300 because you're using mods that will allow you to go beyond 120. It's up to you. It's just, this guide is meant for you to know that as early as level 80, you can already start your journey by doing series of quests as you level up to 120 finally, and you can already enter the Forsaken Mountain, defeat the bosses and the final dungeon of AOC, and you can already get the Soul Magic quest. Alright, so in terms of difficulty, here's the hierarchy. This is just my own opinion. I based this from the last time that we have done the playthrough after December 8, 2021 update. So my easiest, I will go with Shinara Alluri. So she's located in G7. If you're wondering where she is in G7, she's right here on top of this platform or hill. And here she is. She is aggro on site. Again, I'm just currently in cloak mode for demonstration purposes. And the reason why she's easy is because there's nothing really much here that protects her. She's the only one that's dangerous in this location. Alright. So once you're able to kill her, she will give you the Midnight Relic. And my second one will be Nikada Bloodfist. That's him right there. He holds a one-handed axe from the Vangal clan. One of the strongest weapons in the Vangal clan. And he is located right here in J7. Here we go, Nikada's Foothold. And you can get the second relic from him. So sometimes it doesn't show in the inventory. You just have to loot them using any tools like skinning knife or pickaxe or pick. Should be able to get it. And there you go. Fury Relic will be from Nikada Bloodfist. Now, my third one after Nikada Bloodfist will be Eliza Cole. She is right here on the map in the unnamed city. Right here. This place is actually packed with a lot of mobs. However, the good thing is they're so dispersed that you can actually pull them and kill them one group at a time. That makes it easier, and that's why I find it easier than the top 3. So this is Eliza Cole. She is very tanky and she deals a lot of damage. And she can also be tamed. I repeat, she is tameable and she is a task master. She produces the most powerful Truncheon in the game. There we go. If you're able to kill her, it's in the inventory. You will be able to get the Sanguine Relic from her. My fourth one will be Gathan Bloodfist right here. So the moment that you enter, you can no longer go out. He is located right here on the map. He is also in the unnamed city near the Warfront ruins right here. And he is with Corrupted Grunts, 2 of them. And there are also soldiers and archers around the place. Now, Gathan Bloodfist really packs a lot of damage, so you have to be careful, and that's the reason why he is he is part of the top 3 most difficult ones. He is going to be my 4th objective if I am playing this from level 80. There we go. It's not in the inventory again, so harvest tool, and we should be able to get the Storm Relic. There we go. And the one that I considered to be second to the most difficult raid bosses in the Age of Calamitous is Skargath, aka Mama Bear. She is very tanky, and aside from being tanky, she is surrounded by devil bears, not cubs, devil bears. And devil bears have 20k in HP. And this is where she is located, but before you can get to her, you need to go through a lot of devil bears and cubs as well. She used to be very easy before. She was only guarded by 4 devil bear cubs, but now when she has been relocated here in F1, she became really difficult to get. There we go, Nightmare Relic. And of course, the toughest of them all, among all 6 raid bosses, is Wraith, the Harbinger of Souls, right here. So he is located in the Underworld, and if you want to see a full playthrough on how we defeated the Underworld, you can check that link in the description below. And this time, we're just gonna do an admin assassination. There we go. Alright, so after all his drama, he's going to turn into a loot bag. You can get a lot of stuff from him, and here you are. The Spectral Relic that makes it 6 relics to unlock the Forsaken Mountain. So we're gonna go back to the faction hall and open the gateway to the Forsaken Mountain. Alright, so we're back in the faction hall, and then you go back to Grandmaster Farengar Quantes, and of course report all the completion of your quests. So it's gonna give you a lot of experience points and honor tokens as well. And regardless if you do this or not, you should be able to unlock the gateway to the Forsaken Mountain. So this is the gateway to the Forsaken Mountain. So all you need to do now is place the relics. And there goes the last one. And that should open the Forsaken Mountain portal. Right there. So the moment that you go in there, that's going to be the dungeon for the Forsaken Mountain. And if you want to see a full playthrough on how we defeated the Forsaken Mountain in our last playthrough just recently, after the December 8th, 2021 update, check that link in the description below. Because there's a lot of things that you need to do in there. And since it's the last dungeon, it's not going to be that easy. Alright, so before you do the Forsaken Mountain dungeon and you have already reached 120 in level, you need to go back here in the Blood Magic Shrine so that you can do your 4th Ascension. Alright, so you need to bring your Ascension Volume 4 and 300 Power Gems for Blood Magic. So interacting now, you will understand later on why this is a need. Here we go. And then you check feats all the time before you leave. And here you go. Ascension of Lust, level 4. That makes our magic weapon already level 5. Blood magic, level 5. Now we go back to our base and we have to craft the Essence of Vision so that we can go back to Wraith, the NPC, for the final quest. Alright, so we're already back in our base. We go to the Shrine of the Harbinger. Craft the Essence of Vision. Here we go. We use it. It should teleport us to Wraith. Here you are. Alright.
What is it?
And we will get the final quest, the Soul Magic quest. So you click on that and it will say you need to be 120, and also you have done the Ascension of Lust Volume 4. So that's magic level 5. Alright. It's very essential on the crafting or the soul magic later on. There you go. So we're able to receive the quest. So you need to meet these two requirements. You need to be 120 and then already ascended 4 times. Right. So now all you need to do is beat the Forsaken Mountain dungeon without the use of any admin. Right? No shift delete, or else it's not going to count. Once you have done that, you come back here and then click on complete quest. And that should give you the soul magic. It can be crafted already in the Shrine of the Harbinger. Alright, so Athos and I defeated the Forsaken Mountain, and of course if you want to see the full playthrough, check the description below so that you will know the do's and don'ts in this dungeon. Alright, so we're done. Here we go. You have completed the finale, so that's basically the last dungeon for this mod, Age of Calamitous. And then now we go back to our base and craft the Essence of Vision. We go back to Wraith, and then we will craft the Soul Magic. Alright. Okay, so we're home. Craft the Essence of Vision in the Harbinger Shrine. Very good. Use it before it expires. And then we're back to Wraith, the Harbinger of Souls. Report the completion of your quest. Soul Magic. Complete quest. There you go. Alright.
Become my next Deathbringer.
We go back to our base. And finally, we will check it out if we can already craft the Soul Magic from our Harbinger Shrine. There you go, you guys. Soul Magic, and this is, so to say, the 5th Ascension. You can put it that way. And considered as the level 6 magic for the Blood Magic weapons. So this is the Blood Magic 5 right here. Now, as you can see, the health damage is 72, and this one is 75. Of course, that's without fittings. So if you're gonna put fittings, it's going to be more damaging than that. Now, in order for you to craft the soul magic, you need the tome of blood magic. So that's the one that we always use every time we craft something. In the shrine of the Harbinger, you need 2 diamonds. You need a Zarya metal bar. That's a late game metal bar right there. And also Death Whisper potion. That's the one that you use for pets. Also very difficult to get. And you need to sacrifice your blood magic 5 weapon. So this is the reason why you need to be 120 and you need to have ascended for the 4th ascension. Remember, the 4th ascension will give you the blood magic 5 weapon. You have to sacrifice that in order for you to craft the soul magic. Now everything connects on why it has to start from level 80. You build them up. You make sure you collect the relics. At the same time, while you're leveling up, you also have to ascend to Ascension 4 to be able to craft the magic level 5. Okay, we're talking about the weapon, magic level 5. Because you need to sacrifice that when you want to craft the soul magic, finally. Alright, so we're gonna try crafting this. Alright, so we have the Tome of Blood Magic, 2 diamonds, 1 Zarya Metal Bar, Death Whisper Potion, and Blood Magic 5. So for the diamond, Zarya Metal Bar, and Death Whisper Potion, you can get them from the dispatch board. If ever you want to know how the dispatch board works, I can leave that link in the description below as well. You can craft them and mine them, but it will be more hassle. It will be a lot easier if you will just do dispatch missions if ever you want to get Zarya Metal Bar and Death Whisper Potion easily. Alright, crafting it now. And there you go. Our soul magic is crafted. So let's see. So that's health damage 75, armor penetration 14%, and then it gives you bonus accuracy. So let's put a fitting. So this is the master weapon fitting from vanilla. Boom. And now it's a whooping 80 health damage and 26% armor penetration. There we go. So you put it in your hotbar. Let's see. And just like the blood magic, it accepts any spells related to blood magic. So this time I'm gonna use Shadow Fire. Just a simple ammo. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the soul magic. That is so badass. And that is all for this guide, you guys, and I do hope you find this helpful. If you do, please leave a like and smash that subscribe button for fresh tips and tricks for Conan Exiles, Age of Calamitous. You can also leave a comment below for requests of guides and walkthroughs that you want us to cover, or any recommendations on how we can make our content better in our future videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now, you guys.